And then once you've done all of this, the next most important thing, and this is probably the highlight of all of this, is how do you get more engagement? How do you get people to engage with you and engage with your posts? Because that's what it's all about. Now, engagements come in kind of three forms. They either like or love, depending on what the platform is. They share it and they put comments. For me, the most important part is the one in the middle, the shares. That's the one that I look at the most. That's the one that I see the best return on. It is so important to try and get people to share your stuff for you. So how do you do that? You need to start boosting your social media presence, engagement, like, comment, share, tweet, repost, savings, anything. Do all of that. Have engagement with your people. This is not a radio commercial. This is not a TV ad, and this is certainly not a flyer. It's not a flyer that we're dropping off in someone's post box. So be engaged. Tag and mention anyone who you believe may boost your post. I know this is a rehash of what I said earlier, but it's very, very important to try and get people. A lot of people are here today from ORT, which is one of the organizations that I work with, who I do some pro bono work for them. And this was, a lot of them are here because ORT were prepared to share my stuff for me. A lot of you are also here because Liezel went to the trouble of posting this on her LinkedIn profile and the LinkedIn profile of Exo Futures. I myself could not have got this audience without the help of the people around me who helped me spread the word. I even see, for example, that when I posted the short little bio, that Rooyen reposted it for me and tagged another 8 or 10 people in it. So thank you for that, Rooyen, if I haven't thanked you yet. That's the kind of engagement that I want from people. And then when you're doing posts, every now and again, ask a question. It's an unbelievable way to engage with your audience. Give them an opportunity to share their thoughts with you. Ask them what they think about something. Ask them what they think about a product, what they think about a date, what memories they have. That's just an unbelievable way of boosting your social media presence and getting a lot more engagement through questions. Now, another kind of critical point you need to understand is who are your actual clients? You need to, and this, those of you that were with me when I did cutting through the clutter, where I spoke about identifying your target market, it is so important that you identify your target market, that you narrow it down as much as possible. I mean, I'm on Facebook, I'm on groups like, for example, I Know a Guy. I'm sure all of you are on I Know a Guy or neighborhood things. And then some photographer will come on and he'll put a picture. The photography adverts are always the same. There's the picture or 2 or 3 of his pictures, and then a list of 900 things that he does. I do corporate shoots, I do product shoots, I do weddings, I do bar mitzvahs, I do births, I do engagement, and so the list goes on. Now, if I am his target market, if I am a mechanical engineer looking to have a small widget shop, I'm not going to look through that list. He's not going to appeal to me. What he needs to do is actually create 10 different adverts that appeal to different people all the time. So once again, go narrow and go deep. Understand who your clients are. Understand small business owners. I know we absolutely, thank you. Liezel just posted a link to my last one where you can find the last class. Where I speak a lot more about target markets. If small business owners could identify their clients more clearly, it would be amazing. Next thing you need to understand is, how are your relations with these people? What kind of relationship do you have with them? What kind of stuff can you share with them? If you're a business and you're used to sharing business stuff, don't share personal stuff on your business page. It's not going to help you. I was sitting with someone last night who was unbelievably annoyed about something. I don't know if you all saw that little incident that happened in Clicks where the guy was in his Indabeli dress code. I'm not really sure what the backstory is. I think there certainly was a backstory to a little bit more to it from the way the security guard was talking to him. And this person was typing out her response to this, typing. Then she read it to me. I said to her, great, now delete it. She said, what do you mean? I said, it's fantastic. You've got it off your chest. That's the last thing you want on social media. So understand your relationship with people. And then also, does your voice represent you? Now, I've taken a lot of time over social media, over years on social media, to ensure that Mike said what, the person that you see in front of you is as authentic as I can be, by bringing in humor, representing myself, showing my business side, my lighter side. My relationship with my daughter is a very important part of it. But all of this is creating the trust and the persona around who I am. So you need to ask your questions, those as well. But I want to also explain to you that there is a very important, what I call a customer engagement timeline. And you need to understand this for yourself at the moment. Right now, most of the people out there, 99% of the people out there who could make you wealthy are actually strangers. They're not visitors to your site, they're not leads, they're not customers, they're not promoters. They are out and out strangers. So step number one, really step number one, is to move them from strangers to visitors. And the way you move people from strangers to visitors is by using things like blogs and keywords and social publishing and doing some paid promotions and getting your stuff out there and shared. And then all of a sudden, these strangers suddenly become visitors to either your website or your profile or to you. The next step is we want to get them from visitors to leads. And the way we get them from visitors to leads is by forms, asking them questions, calls to actions, landing pages, great offers. That's how we attract these visitors. When they arrive on your page, they've got to go, wow, this is what I've been waiting for. This is the person that understands me. There's a call to action. Yes, I want Mike's free book. I'm going to give him my email address. I want some kind of action, some kind of forms. Now suddenly I've got a visitor and I'm turning that visitor into a potential lead. The next step is how do I get them from leads into customers? And that's by using customer relationship management software, emails, understanding workflows, just drip feeding them little bits and little bits and little bits all the time until those leads eventually become my customers. Now, I want them from customers, I actually want them to become promoters. Now, this is the holy grail of customer service, is to have people selling your product on your behalf without you having to pay them or share anything with them. And the cell phone companies are amazing at that. Now, I know that pretty much in the audience with me today are probably 40% iPhone users, 40% Samsung users, 15% Hawaii users, and 5% the rest. Now, if I were to ask you which phone you have, and you tell me I've got an iPhone, and you tell which phone should I get, you're going to say to me, iPhone. Get an iPhone, be a promoter, and that's really what we want to do. So I'm watching the comments at the same time. So very important, from customers, we want you to become promoters. And then once you've become promoters, we want to keep you as promoters. We want to show our appreciation for you. We want to engage with you. We want to reward you for what you do. And this is the journey that you really, although we all think this is only for big brands, this is the journey that each one of us wants to take our clients on. There are a couple of strangers out there that I've met through Exo Futures and Democratizing Entrepreneurship, which I can tell you, and a big thank you to Liezel and Craig and the team. This has, the last 3 to 4 months of working with Exo Futures has really changed my life for me. And I can't even express how much, because strangers that I've met slowly became visitors. From visitors, they became leads. Many of the leads have become customers. And some of those customers are now my promoters. They share stuff for me. So this is a cycle that you really need to work on as much as possible. And I also want to tell you that this kind of going to tie into one of my giveaways, the before, during, and after stage of customer service. Before is when they're still strangers, during is while I'm interacting with them, and after is what happens afterwards. I just want to show you how this happens, because when I do my giveaway a bit later on, I just want to give you an idea of how this fits into the cycle.